Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Ukrainian lady on the train, the Charlie Kirk thing, and what's really going on. It's disgusting. Okay, listen, I worked in the casino industry for 20 years. I've seen the worst of humanity, which was one of the reasons I got out of there. You couldn't imagine the things people do when they think nobody's watching. Anyway, let's start off. We'll just touch on this Ukrainian lady. And I'm sorry I don't remember her name. I should, but just minding her own business on the train. Some guy decides to do what he did. That wasn't the worst part. The worst part was the rest of the people on the train who just stood there and looked at her like, well, sucks to be you. I'm not really sure we're even worth saving. And I'm not talking about on an individual basis. I'm just talking about humanity as a whole. So that's all I really wanted to say about that. Now let's go to the Charlie Kirk assassination, because that's what it was. They silenced him. I don't know who they are. I'm not even going to speculate. A lot of people think it was somebody on the left. As of now, when I'm filming this, they haven't caught anybody yet, so I'm not going to speculate about who it was. But it was somebody trained. It wasn't just some schmuck off the street who went out and bought a pew-pew and said, I'm going to do this. No, that wasn't it. It was somebody who had some skill. And he was a target because he spoke his mind. And he tried to help people see through the veil, which is exactly what we do here. And other communities, you know, the 2A community and the survivalist community and the patriot community, and there's others, but so we're all targets. If you're watching this right now, whether you're making content or just spend a lot of time in one of these communities, you're a target too. We're all targets. And the really disgusting part about the whole Charlie Kirk thing was the people cheering. And I'm not talking about the people on social media. They're just mental patients who aren't locked up yet. I'm talking about, like, you see the TMZ thing, right? So they announced that Charlie had passed, and the TMZ newsroom was doing a live stream, and they were all cheering. That place shouldn't exist anymore. And they come back on later and did another video saying, "Oh no, it wasn't because of that. We were watching a car chase, and they just captured the assailant, and that's what they were cheering about at the exact time." Come on, Reba. Come on, Reba. Come on. Come on. Come on. At the exact time that they'd announced Charlie had passed. So nobody's ever going to get me to believe that. We all knew what they were cheering about. And that wasn't even the worst thing. I'm sure you saw the video in Congress about when they called for a prayer for Charlie's family, and half the congressmen just threw a fit. No, we're not doing that. Yada, yada. There was a big argument. And these are the people that we put them there. We elected them. Maybe not you and me personally, but you know what I mean. They're supposed to be the best of us. This is how they act when somebody gets silenced. I'm not even sure humanity's worth saving. There's a big part of me that just thinks that the U.S. and Russia and China should just push the big red button. Factory reset the planet. Now, on a personal level, as preppers, our first priority is to protect our family. At least mine is. And doing this, what we're doing right here, is possibly not helping that situation. Because, listen, we're all Charlie Kirk too. Everybody in this community, we're out here trying to help people see through the veil and help them get ready for what's coming. Same thing Charlie was doing. Not on the same level, but still, same thing. And they want us silenced. That's why they censored this community so bad. So, now, my channel's small. I don't have a lot of followers. Do I think somebody's going to drive cross country to, take a pop shot at me? No. Somebody local might. Somebody might recognize me and go, hey, I know that guy, or I know his wife, or whatever. And might not agree with the things that I say. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Because, like I said, my number one priority is protecting my family. And if this, what we're doing here, is putting them in danger, I'm not going to do it anymore. Because that's counterproductive. It's not what I'm trying to do here. This world's just falling apart. It is. It's about time to go dark. And when I go dark, I don't know what going dark means to you, but when I go dark, anything that I have that is or can be connected to the internet is going right down there in that river. There's not going to be any more digital footprint. It's just going to disappear into the ether. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a few days to think about it. I had a video coming out today, but I pushed it off till Sunday. And of course, we're doing the 0 hour live stream Sunday night. And after that, I'm going to have to make a decision on my future on this platform. Because like I said, my number one priority is protecting my family. And if this is putting them in danger, then I'm not doing it. Even on a small level here locally. Like I said, hey, not like a big target, but hey, somebody here local could say, you know what, I don't like what that guy's saying. So, it's a sad day in this country. Of course, it's also the anniversary of 9/11. Most of the people that follow my channel were old enough to remember that. The young ones, they didn't see it. To them, it's just a history lesson. But, those of us that were here, old enough to remember, won't ever forget that. I don't know. I'm not sure the human race is worth saving at this point. We've just become such horrible humans that not all of us, obviously, but just as a whole, people in this community, most of them are nice, friendly, God-fearing people, helpful people. But as far as the human race as a whole, we are way the minority. Guys, I hope you have a good day. Have a good weekend coming up. Stay close to your loved ones. You never know when the last time you're going to see them is. And man, you talk about head on a swivel. Boy, I'll tell you what, you better have your antenna up at all times. If you're out in public, anywhere, I'm not really in public, I'm out in the field. Anyway, if you're out in public and you got your head buried in your phone, you're an idiot. You gotta be sharp every second right now. Every second. And if you leave your house without any self-defense tools, you're also an idiot. Because that's the world we live in. Have a good day, guys. God bless everybody.